What does it take to be a leader? And regardless of if it's a home business, or maybe it's a brick and mortar business, or maybe it's a attorney or a judge or someone in law enforcement, or maybe it is a person who just wants to lead. What does it take to be a leader? Good question, right? And why do people follow certain people? Now, granted, not everyone out there was created or born to be a natural born leader. And that's okay, because we're each individuals and we each have our own strengths and our own weaknesses. But so many people out there that we're chatting with are wanting to not just be the leader, but they're wanting to grow their business. They're wanting to attract the right people to them so that they can have a successful business. Now, this is really a, how do you say in layman's terms, a black and white situation. I mean, yin and yang. You have your positive, you have your negative. So, why do some people naturally attract people to them? Why do some people naturally take the reins and start focusing and being that person that they want to be so mad, so badly, and so just excited to have that? First and foremost, leaders are not all born to be leaders. Have you ever looked at, let's see, I put some things up here in my header. Athletes. Athletes is a really good example. Do you realize that not all athletes, when they started out, whether it be football, baseball, basketball, golf, whatever it is, car racing, whatever it is, the top leaders out there right now in those niches, they didn't all start out to be the best. They didn't start out to be that person that was getting the job done, so to speak. They didn't start out to be that highlighted person with the golden halo that they could do no wrong because they're just so awesome in what they're doing. What happens is when those people come along, they have to build and create themselves. So what I mean by that is when you want something, when you want to be something, like let's use basketball for example. And no, I'm not athletic and I do not play sports. Horseback riding, but that's not really a sport, I guess, unless you're jumping and doing the barrels or whatnot. But what they do, and this is documented fact, so anyone that wants to go look it up, please do. They start building themselves. They start practicing. They start becoming that person. Even if they're already talented, in order to be a superstar, and we're using basketball as a hypothetical here, as a scenario, I guess you could call it. So what they have to do is they have to focus on themselves. They're not focusing on the team. They're not focusing on the people around them. They are focusing on themselves to make themselves the best that they can be. That means trial and error. That means practice. That means exercise. That means being positive. And not just positive, you have to have a burning desire that this is what you want. And this is what these top athletes have done in their lives. And you'll see others, like the golf guys. I don't follow sports, so I'm not real sure of all the names of these people, but I know there's people in golf that are super awesome. They know exactly where the ball is going to go when they hit the ball. And what does that take? That takes concentration. That takes practice. That takes being consistent every day, working your craft, working what you're doing. And before they became the successes that they are, they had to go through these steps of becoming those people, becoming that what they really wanted to be. And it's always possible that not everything a person becomes is what they really set out to be. I know it sounds strange, but it's true. There are people that have just decided, this is what I want to do. I want to, have a home business. I want to work from home. I want to be able to have time with my family. I want to be able to travel. I want to have vacations. I want to have this lifestyle that I see others having, and I want this so bad. Well, when they decide that they have a burning desire and they're going to do everything they have to build themselves, to do what they have to do to become, you won't get that scenario. You won't get that life until you become that person. So it doesn't matter if it's a home business, or maybe it's brick and mortar, or maybe it's whatever kind of job you love. When you have a passion for what you do, when you love what you do so much that you are willing to work on yourself, build yourself up to be the best person you can be in what you're doing. It doesn't matter what other people see you as you are building this you into becoming the you want to be. That's almost a tongue twister. So every person in the world has made themselves the best at what they desire, that is successful. And, when I was starting out, and this is not going to be my home business, this is going to be back in the day when I was in retail management. And when I was in corporate management, and even before that, when I first went into management, I knew, a big part of me knew that this is what I was going to do. This is what I was meant to do, was to be the person that people come to solve the problem. Be the person that was right there to take the lead, to take the hit, so to speak. If something went wrong, it was on me, nobody else. Whenever anyone on my team failed, with the big guys, whenever anyone didn't make something go right, I was the fall guy or fall girl. And I took that and I ran with it. And I learned to develop myself into being the best me I could be. And that's all you can ask of yourself, is to be the best you can be. Well, in doing that, in learning and teaching myself, it took a lot of self-talk, a lot of self-motivation. And this is back in the day before motivation was something we talked about. It was something that nobody even talked about. It was just something you either did it or you didn't do it. So at that point, and I was 24 when I got my first big store, 24 years old. And it was a lot of responsibility, and it was a lot of employees, and I was in charge. So when you look at it of, okay, I got the promotion, I got it, I am awesome, I can do this. And you just look at, okay, I didn't see myself as the leader of these 300 plus people. I seen myself as just being there to help, to be that person, to guide, to give inspiration, and to give direction. For me, back in that time, I didn't feel that maybe leader was a good term. I didn't really care for that. I was the manager. I was the go-to person. And I knew I could develop other people to learn the craft that I had learned for myself in these short 24 years of my life, and being successful, and how to take the people around them, because each manager has a team of people under them. But when you can teach and help one person, then I learned that they can grow their team. And in turn, the whole team becomes a unit. So each manager has a team, and when you're the top of the team, then you have created a winning success. You have created the success for not just yourself, but for the people around you. And this is what a lot of leaders end up doing. They usually don't start out to be, the best in the world or focusing on everybody else around them. They focus on building themselves. And when you learn to focus on building yourself first, to make you the best you can be, to see the success you want, to feel how great you're doing, and no, we become a leader and people follow us because we have confidence and consistency. And this is what I've seen over the years, whether it be home business or whether it be brick and mortar. It doesn't matter. I'm seeing the same pattern, the same flow. Because do you want to be joining a team with someone who's not sure what they're doing? Do you want to join a team with someone who doesn't give you solid advice? Do you want to join a team where someone who is saying, yeah, let me help you, but then they don't put you in the right spot to get the help you need? You don't want that. You don't want to be surrounding yourself with a person. If you're trying to grow yourself and you're not sure how to get there, don't you want to be around a positive person? And this came to fruition for me specifically back in the day, because I went up the corporate ladder. I traveled up the ladder, and I was very successful in everything I've done. And it took hard work, and it took creating myself each time. It took growing myself each time. Because as everyone knows, when I transitioned from the brick and mortar and having a job into being my own boss and working online, I had to learn everything all over again, which meant I had to reinvent myself. I had to create this person who knew this stuff, who could follow this stuff, who could give direction and help more people, in turn help myself. And when I started out learning to help myself first and to build me to be that person, I didn't set out to become the leader of any team. I set out to be the best me I could be and to create the lifestyle I wanted. I know it sounds selfish, but when you start out with that, and I started out by surrounding myself with people that were already doing what I was trying to do. And when I started doing that online, which basically in brick and mortar, it's a little easier because you've got a corporate structure. And I would make sure I was in tune with all the big guys and what was going on and how it was happening and what was the system, what was the strategy, what was the motivation behind these systems that we were running and these ads and the marketing. When I learned how to do all that, I started getting promotions. Boom, 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 boom. And why not? I put myself out there and I created me. I created the me that was getting the results I chose. So a leader can be the person that wasn't just planning on being the leader. The leader that you're looking at and seeing, and maybe the ones that you're following, didn't start out to think that they were going to be that person. They started out to be the person that was building their lifestyle, that was building their life. And in turn, their wealth and what we've created for ourselves has funneled out to the marketplace and is there to help so many more people. So as you're building you to be the best you can be, maybe you don't want to be a leader. Maybe you don't want to have people asking you questions. Maybe you don't want to have that type of lifestyle where, people are following you and people are looking at you and whatever. That's okay. You don't have to do that. You can be the leader of your own self. You don't have to be the leader of a whole tribe of people. You don't have to be the leader that constantly gives value, but you do need to be the leader that you're happy with. You do need to be the leader that will grow and keep growing with the people you surround yourself with. So if you surround yourself with people who aren't growing, if you surround yourself with people who are stuck right where you're at or are doing right what you're doing and they're not moving anywhere forward, Where are you going to go, my dear? Where will you be? So that's a great question. It's one only you can answer. Because for me, I'm always reinventing myself. I'm always growing. I'm always striving to be the best me I can be. And because I do this, because I'm so perseverance, because I'm consistent every single day on everything I do, I have success. And my success is flowing over to those who surround themselves with me. And that's a big plus for everybody out there. And I am blessed. And you know what? I don't take any of that for granted. I am totally grateful that I have the ability to get on camera and to share my story and to share what is building and what is growing and what is being possible for everyone out there. And the more you share your story, the more people can see, hey, you know what? This person's real. They started out right where I am. If they can do this, why can't I? Exactly. You can do whatever you choose yourself to do. You just have to be positive. And not just that, you have to be consistent. You have to have a burning desire that this is what you want. This is what you're going to do. And you're going to just grow you. Be positive. And I found that if I was negative about anything, I had to change that vibration, because that just holds you back and holds you down. And it's not happy and it is not fun. So grow yourself, be prosperous. And most of all, guys, be consistent in your steps that are taking you forward. If you're doing anything that is keeping you stagnant where you're at, look and ask yourself, what can I do to move forward? What can I do to take my business to that level? What can I do to take myself there first? When you take yourself there first and you learn the strategies, you learn the systems, and you take advantage of the opportunities that are here for you, nothing can stop you from going forward. Nothing can stop you from the success you were born to have. I am so blessed to be here with you guys. So definitely subscribe to our channel here, because we want to help as many as we can. So get on my newsletter, guys. There's more that comes out. And you know what? I give everything that I'm doing to my newsletter first, to my team, because they've surrounded themselves with me. So they're on my team and they get that first. So, and also there's a link up here I put to help you guys get going forward. So if you're stuck and you don't know how to be an affiliate, you don't know how to make money, you don't know how to get going, there's training that happens every single day. Every single day in this team. Every day there's some kind of training. And there's also training for you to do at your own pace. So definitely, everything here that I'm offering you is a plus to take you to the next level, or even to get you started. Okay, I will chat with you later. And again, subscribe to our channel, okay? You won't go wrong. Bye-bye.